everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. For those of you that have been watching the channel lately, you've probably noticed that my spare tire has not been on the back of my Jeep for a while. I've actually been carrying it in the tub cargo area of my Jeep, and I've just been using like tie down straps to accomplish this. However, after trail riding for a little bit, stuff gets bounced around and those straps eventually come loose. It just wasn't the perfect solution. So I did some digging online. I did find a company called Excessive Industries, and they make a product called the GATEKEEPER. Essentially what it is, it's a tire carrier for the interior of your vehicle. So over the last week or so, I've been painting it. I just painted it black. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to install that product. So this here is the product itself. So it's obviously got the main piece that you're going to hook into your tub. And then it's got two other pieces, this piece here, actually three other pieces, and then these two little side pieces. And then it comes with all your hardware as well. So I'm going to get this out of the box and we'll get it situated on the Jeep, and I'll show you guys how to put it all on. Theoretically, that should be the hardest part. Just getting it in there around the seat belts, and yeah, like I said, with an extra set of hands it'd probably be a lot easier. So the bag of bolts that we have here, so there's three different areas. These bottom ones are going to be for the portion that is going to hook to the tire carrier itself. These middle bolts are actually going to be replacement bolts that go in the side of your vehicle into the tub, so you don't have to reuse your existing ones. And then the top ones, this is optional for this kit if you wanted it. I elected to get it, but it's to mount a high lift jack, which will mount right on these areas here. And this is going to be the hardware for that. Once we have our main bar in place, we're going to start putting together the bracketry that's going to hold the tire on itself. So the next step is you're going to take these two pieces here, and they're going to sit essentially on here. So we're going to put the bolts through and tighten them down, just kind of finger tight for right now, because we are going to have to probably adjust this up and down once we get the tire on there to see exactly where it's going to sit. Just putting these nuts on finger tight for right now. Once we have those on there, we're going to take our next piece, and this is going to sit on the outside of each side of this bracket here. Slide right over it. And like I said, this will be able to adjust up and down as well. So we're just going to slide our bolts in and throw a nut on the other side. And like I said, I'm not tightening these down just yet, just because I'm probably going to have to move them around a little bit. Alright, so now that I got all this mocked up, I do want to get my high lift jack in here and just make sure it's going to sit in there correctly. So let's go ahead and do that. More or less, it's just going to sit right there. Just going to put the hardware on. Make it come through this way. That way it's just easier to get these on. So this part here, the high lift or the farmer's jack, it's an optional piece. I elected to get it. I have been storing this underneath my back seat in the Jeep, but I do like it up here better. It's just easier to get to and it's out of the way. Let's go ahead and get our holes lined up. Let's go ahead and drop these bolts in. So now that we have the sides bolted on and tightened down, I need to adjust this where I think it's going to best fit my 38-inch tire. I'm thinking probably having this bracket up higher is going to be better. So I'm going to push it on up as high as it'll go. And then get my bolts in the right place, and then I'm going to go ahead and tighten them down. And then to tighten them down, you're going to need a 3/4 inch socket or wrench. You know, this might be easier with this thing off. Let's go ahead and do that. It's kind of a pain in the butt tightening these just because this bracket's wanting to move up and down while you're trying to tighten it down. But once you get one started, the rest of it should be pretty easy. Alright, so I got the top 2 bolts tightened. I'm not going to tighten the bottom ones just yet, just because I want to make sure the tire is going to sit on here correctly. I would hate to tighten everything down and then get the tire on there and then it doesn't fit. So we're going to get this piece on now, and then we're going to mock fit the tire up here just to make sure it fits up there. Alright, so I put 2 bolts to the top. We're going to go ahead and tighten these 2 bolts down. I'm not going to put bolts in here and tighten these down just yet. We'll put the tire up here and make sure it fits, make sure the tailgate can close, and if it works, if it closes, we'll go ahead and put the rest of the bolts in and tighten everything down. So, looks like that bracket's gonna have to come down a little bit because we're running into the roll bar up there. And that is why I didn't want to tighten all of them down, just because I wasn't sure how it was gonna fit. So let's go ahead and loosen these 2 top ones up. It should drop this down, and then we'll put it to its lowest setting and kind of see where we are with that. We'll try it right there. Let's go ahead and tighten that down. Alright, we'll give that a go. So, it looks like we're going to have to adjust that bracket out more. So fine-tuning this bracket seems to be the most cumbersome part. So I'm going to have to loosen up these ones and then bring this out more. Alright, so I pulled this bracket out more, tighten these top 2 bolts down so it shouldn't go anywhere. Get the tire back on here, see if it'll fit. I'm hoping it will. 3rd time's a charm. It's a heavy tire. There. Alright, it's on there. It's going to be really close to see if this is actually going to shut. Of course it's not. So seeing as it's not shutting, that part that I brought out, I brought it all the way out. I'm going to have to sink it back down a little bit more. Oh, that's not going to work. Oh. I mean, it fits that way. But the lugs aren't coming through far enough. So I'm going to have to try something else. So I adjusted this slider and then adjusted this again. I don't know, maybe the 4th or 5th time's the charm. Here we go. There, it's on there. See if the tailgate will close. Oh, worked out. Oh, we're so close. Oh. Try again. Oh. Holy crap, I think we got it. Oh jeez, this thing better close. Hallelujah. Whew. That was a pain in the butt. Now I gotta take the tire off, tighten all the bolts down, put the tire back on. Should be good to go after that. Okay, we're all tightened down. Let's get that tire back on. Alright, make sure it closes. Good enough. Perfect. All right, and that's a wrap on the Excessive Industries Gatekeeper tire carrier. Like I said, the biggest pain in the butt part is just getting that bracket adjusted up and down just to make sure your tire fits. Obviously, if you have a smaller tire, it's going to be a lot easier for you. I'm running a 38. They say this kit is for a 37 or smaller. And then if you can run a 40 on it, but they have this extra piece that you have to buy, which I was able to get away with a 38 using it. Overall, I'm very happy with it. It seems like it's very solid. It's nice that my high lift jack can be mounted on there as well. Obviously, time will tell how well this Gatekeeper holds up. So far, though, I mean, just looking at it, you know, it's solid. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It really helps the channel out. And that's all for this video. We'll see you guys in the next one.